Well, folks, there's no gas in Texas, and that's why this episode is so freaking late. Cue the music. Hey, this is Manny Moonraker, and this is episode number 45 of the UFO Report. As you heard in the beginning, this particular episode is going up a little late because it turns out there is a shortage of gasoline in Texas. Thanks to the rubber-dicking Hurricane Harvey, gas is not making it to the rest of the state. So yours truly was making the rounds, going from one gas station to the next, and it turns out that there is only diesel fuel available, and I don't drive a diesel vehicle, and I for sure did not invest in a Tesla, so I am 4.2 far screwed. And not just me, the rest of the state is also in the same situation, you could say. But anyway, that's enough of my sad freaking story, but we've got some news reports to go over today, and I'm not really exactly super duper prepared for this. It's going to be off the cuff. If I miss something, thank God that at least I put the links in the description so you guys can take a gander at these articles yourselves and let me know later what the hell did I miss, because it's not a good day for the Moonraker when the mothership has no fuel. So the first one, I want to thank Jeff, who posted this in the UBR Truth Seekers Facebook group. Guys, you gotta sign up for this and join us, because we're in there every day pretty much posting a bunch of nonsense, and then we post things that are fascinating too. In case you got nothing better to do, just visit us. We're there. And you get to visit the behind the scenes discussions, some of the stuff that leads up to the crap that you hear within this podcast. And I say crap in a loving kind of way, because a lot of it is my crap to begin with. But we're going to start off with a article that Jeff posted, and incidentally, Secure Team 10, old Tyler, already ran with this particular article. What's funny is that he clickbaited it and said that a bunch of scientists actually located a signal from an alien satellite. Way to go, Tyler. Hey, you know what? I can't... Yes, way to go. Yes, he clickbaited people. Yes, the sheeple went in there and kind of went for the BS, the bullshit that he put out there. But the guy has, I think he's reached 1 million subscribers. I mean, say what you will, old Tyler has got himself a little gig, and there's no way he's going to fly straight now. I mean, he's just way too popular. Anyway, the article that I have is from the Huffington Post, and it says, scientists detect mysterious radio signal from deep space. The strange bursts are coming from a source that's 3 billion, with a B, light years away. So first off, listen, you're not going to be able to quit your job tomorrow to get beamed up anywhere, or sit around with a ham radio trying to pick up this signal, because it is too damn far. It's not exactly 4.2 far, but it's 3.0 far. It's 3 billion years away. And light years at that, not just 3 billion years, it's 3 freaking billion light years, just in case you want to do the math on that one. But apparently, and just this past Saturday, there was a series of 15 radio bursts from this signal, which is called FRB 121102. Now, there is something really significant about that number. We'll get into that in just a second. There is an initiative right now to find signs of intelligent life in the universe. And they're doing this by listening for patterns and signals that might not be of a natural source. But don't get it twisted, don't get your panties in a bunch, because the truth is that these scientists have already said that they do not think that this is from ET. But they are trying to figure out an explanation for this. Now, what you might not have heard from old Tyler, which I'm not sure, because I didn't exactly see his whole spiel on this, is that the reason why FRB 121102 is significant is because this year was not the only time that they've heard this signal from this area. In fact, that FRB number, that designation, means that they actually heard the signal for the first time in 2012. November 2nd of that year was the first time that they discovered the signal from this particular dwarf star. Now, the dwarf galaxy that turns out to be 3.02 far is about 1% the mass of the Milky Way. So it's not exactly a big place, right? But yet, they continue to find these repeating signals from this particular area. And last Saturday, for over 5 hours, they heard the 15 bursts, and they were in the 4 to 8 gigahertz frequency, according to the scientists that found it. Now, they, of course, since they don't believe it's ET, they have plausible explanations for these FRBs. And they go from extremely strong magnetic fields to possibly something that's coming from maybe a neutron star. Either way, they don't really have an explanation for this right now, but the fact that it continues to repeat is what's driving them bananas, because usually things that occur naturally do not repeat in those sequences, and especially if not that many times in that short amount of time. Now, there is one thing here, and that is that as we, the people of the planet Earth, continue to find ways to find signals from 4.2 far and beyond, we continue to enhance our abilities and knowledge in order to figure out what the hell is out there, right? So we're going to have discoveries. We're going to find new things that we could not hear before, that we could not see before, and it's all going to be alien to us. So for Tyler to just assume that this is an alien satellite, he is again rubber dicking the rest of the planet into thinking there's more to this than what it really is. But the jury is still out. We'll figure this out eventually. It might not be in our lifetimes, however. So if I could just add one more thing. In the article it says that the scientists say that they're not assuming that this is by ETs. But it's weird because if you read the article under possible explanations for FRBs, one of the things that they list, according to the organization, possibly directed sources of energy used by extraterrestrial civilizations to power spacecraft. The article itself has been rubber-dicked. I don't know how. I don't know who did this. Did they really say this and then go back and say, we don't think it's ET? I mean, we're coming across a lot of stories where people say it is, and then they come back and say it isn't. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. It's just plain ridiculous. Now, the reason that I chose this article for y'all to look at is because the Huffington Post actually has a little video that plays for you what the 15 bursts sound like. For you geeky types, this might just be something cool for you to look into, so there you go, have at it. So the link is in the description, and I did listen to it, and it sounds like somebody's cat rubbed their ass against the tuner of a radio and kept on changing the damn frequency.
This is Mr. Wong from the Day in the Morning Show. Hey, you guys see Missy Wong? She see lots of light, so she go check on chicken. Now she gone. I guess she flew the coop. I gotta go. See ya. Bye-bye.
All right, story number 2 for us for tonight, this late gasless night. basically comes from our friend Igor Asherbelly. Apparently, the first space nation is having problems. And this article that I have linked in the description is coming from the Daily Mail UK. However, it's all over the place. Good old Asherbelly is facing earthly problems, even though he's saying that he's taking his nation out of space because there's a way for his nation to survive without the constraints of the earthly governments. So the problems that he has right now deal with taxes, currency, and basically who should lead the damn place. So as you recall from the article that we had, it was last month or the month before, Igor's team has a place called the Aerospace International Research Center in Vienna. It initially unveiled its plans for Asgardia in a press conference in Paris last October. So he pretty much believed that at the time he could launch a spacebound private country and offer basically an independent free platform from the constraints of land-based laws. So basically, he's running his own damn place where he's the king, the royal blood, the royal Asherbelly, and he's saying to the rest of the world, go screw yourself, I'm going to space. And there's a quote from him here, and I'm not sure, the article doesn't say when he said this, but he says, no one has ever tried organizing what is today 100,000 citizens from 200 countries who don't know each other and live in different places on Earth. I don't know really that that's an accomplishment. That might just be a claim to the ultimate rubber dicker. So, by the way, guys, keep this in mind for the rubber dickies in case you want to vote for him. So one of the things, of course, is that we have as an issue is the fact that because you've got 200 different countries, you also have a shitload of different languages and political systems that these people are used to and cultures and all that kind of stuff. So there might be some political issues going on here that Igor was not ready for. There is also a concern right now, a debate among the Asgardians, whether or not Asgardia should accept refugees from the planet Earth. Which makes no sense to me because the fuckers are still not in space. I think they're a long way from figuring that out. A real fascinating fact just came across about Asgardia, and when I first did this article, I mentioned that there was a significant drop in the amount of citizens that the website was showing from last year to this year. And this article actually says that at one point there were 300,000 people signed up online to become citizens of Asgardia. Now, if you remember last month, they had to ratify the Constitution in order to be granted citizenship. Only a third of those people that signed up to be citizens approved the Constitution, and therefore only a third of them became citizens. So right now, Asgardia has already lost 2/3 of its citizenship. But apparently there are still plans right now to move forward with designing and constructing their space station, where basically these 100,000 Asgardians can go launch themselves to when the time is right. And the last quote in this article really drives me bananas, and of course check out the link when you get a chance. He says in here, my task is to defend planet Earth and defend humanity. I was speechless when I read this, but I know who's not. Let me give the mic to someone that I know would have the same reaction that I do. Take it away.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that? Oh my God.
Who better than the notorious one to tell Asherbelly who the fuck is that guy? Anyway, this is episode 45. I thank you for listening. You guys are the best. You listen to me and my madness. Don't forget, on Sunday, we have a special guest. Paul Wesley is going to join us live on Sunday. If you want to know the time, you need to follow me on social media so I can get that out there. We did set a time, but of course, It escapes me because I have no gas in my tank. Paul has a lot of things that he researches in regards to UFOs and the paranormal, but what he wants to talk to you guys about, and myself, is the Gray Zeta Hybrid Agenda. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to leave everything for that particular episode. Follow me on social media so you can get the time. I'm going to post it tomorrow. Like I said, it just escapes me right now, and it's been that kind of a day. But anyway, thank you for listening. You guys are the shiznit. Peace out. Bye.